we have Havells, which reported its Q4 numbers. Now, they have seen a very strong growth coming in the Lloyd segment, which is the AC segment. Obviously, the heat increasing is something that is surely increasing the sales of ACs as well. Let's bring on board Anil Rai Gupta, who's the chairman and managing director at Havells India. Thank you so much, Mr. Gupta, for joining in with us. And I'm going to start by talking about the summer season. We had two summer seasons previously which were impacted by the COVID wave. Now, this one is surely an exciting one for AC makers. Reports are suggesting AC sales are also at an high. What is the performance that is actually seen in the performance of Lloyd as well? So now what can we expect for the rest of the summer season? What can we expect from Lloyd's going forward?
Speaking, this is the best time for summer products like air conditioners, fans, and for the last two summers because of lockdown and the Delta wave, the industry could not witness a decent sale. So there is a general expectation in the industry that the summer is good and things will come back to normal levels in this season. And as far as specifically for Lloyd is concerned, we had set up world-class manufacturing facility in early 2020. Since then, we've lost out on 2 seasons. So this is the first season post setting up the factory. So we are definitely seeing decent growth in Lloyd in the coming year.
Anil, given the commodity price inflation that almost everyone is facing, the margins are seeing further pressure for you as well. What is the outlook on the RM cost front, and what is the expectation on margins for the first quarter of the current financial year?
Yeah, I think the kind of increase in raw materials which we were expecting to stabilize in the fourth quarter, which didn't. It's difficult to predict what will happen in the first and second quarter. But these kind of unprecedented cost increases, sometimes it becomes difficult for the efficiency to absorb as well as to pass it on to the market because of the competitive intensity as well. So yes, there could be certain pressure on margins for some time. But what we are witnessing is also a decent demand outlook, which obviously is good for economies of scale. So it's balancing towards high cost, high growth as well. But I think over a period of time, things should stabilize in terms of raw materials, and then margins should come back to normalized levels.
And margins should come back to normalcy soon. But, I just want to pick on one point that you just spoke about is the price hikes. When you take price hikes, that does impact the demand. And it's not very easy to pass on the price hikes after so many price hikes that the company's already taken. So, is there anything more on the charts that we could be looking in terms of price hikes, as well as are we already seeing some impact coming in terms of the demands?
Well, as of now, the raw materials are at a high level, so they are not further increasing. So we do not anticipate more price increases. But as I always maintain, that there is a certain elasticity of consumer demand towards price, and hence, yes, it may impact the demand if the prices continue to rise. Hopefully, they should not, and the things have stabilized over the last couple of months. But I would be happier if things would come down over a period of time.
And I want to talk about a couple of other items that that are under your stable: switchgears, cables, lighting. These are obviously seen as proxies for the real estate sector. How's the outlook there?
Well, the demand is strong. We saw some slowdown in the month of January and February because of the Omicron wave. But things are stabilized now. I think the markets are coming back to normal. So what we saw as a uptick in the real estate demand in the starting of the year, I think it's coming back now and it should remain strong.
Okay, Mr. Gupta, thank you so much for joining in with us on ET Now. It's a pleasure having you on the show as always.